All right, go ahead and plate that up, see if we can find the hole. I hear it.
It's right in here. I feel it right there.
Oh, right there it is. Got 2 little holes in it. All right, let's get that thing marked. Perfect. Throw a patch on that thing, we should be good to go. What's up, guys? It's Brian again from Lake Kicker Scuba and Marina. If you are new to our channel, do me a huge favor, hit this little subscribe button over here and ding that little bell as well. That way you guys are going to be notified every time we upload new content. Now in today's video, we're actually repairing one of our salvage guys' BCD, and we've been doing a ton of salvage here lately. We're still trying to get caught up from Hurricane Helene damage, and we've been over multiple lakes doing multiple salvage jobs. But we noticed on the very last one we did the other day that the diver's BC would not stay inflated. No matter how much air he had to put in it, it just would not float him. And unfortunately, he had to use his dry suit for flotation for the remainder of the day. Now, in this line of work, we don't really have the option to abort dives like, say, a typical recreational or technical diver or something like that. Sometimes we've still got to work and do things even with malfunction equipment. However, now that we're out of the water, the job's done and over with, now we can get around here to actually fixing the gear, and that's what we're going to do today. We're actually going to patch his bladder system of the BCD to get him by until we can get him a new bladder in stock. So with that being said, let's go over here and let's jump onto it. Alright guys, as we get started, I just want to show you what we're working with really quick. This is just your typical backplate wing. This is from the Maria's XR line. He's got a 5-pound plate here, got a soft pack cover. He's got a 34-pound bladder on the back of this, and yes, we've moved the bladder or removed the bladder from the wing. I'll show you that here shortly. But that's basically his salvage rig, what he's working with. The bladder itself that goes inside the wing is nothing more than just a balloon, if you will. It's made of vinyl here, and if you ever need to pull it out, I know a lot of people's like, well, my bladder won't hold air, might as well throw the BC away and get a new one. You don't have to do that. You can repair these, you can replace these as well without having to get a new wing. Now, we do have him a new wing on order that he's going to be going to, but unfortunately in our line of work, we don't have time to wait, so we're going to have to do a quick repair on this to get him back in the water, and then of course as soon as his new wing gets here, we can add it on it. But as you can see, we've already found the holes here. We've got it marked. I'll kind of zoom in for you and show you. You can see the little holes there. But basically, we pulled the bladder system out. We replaced his valves. We put his inflator system on it, pumped it up, and then squeezed it till we found the hole. Now, he's going to be putting a patch system on here, and he's going to clean it up, put him a temporary patch on it, and we're going to get him back going until his new bladder comes in. But I just wanted you guys to see this, that, you know, in our line of work, we tear up a lot of dive gear, and sometimes we don't have time to wait. We have to continue to dive while we're out there. And no, this is not recreational diving. This is not technical. This is a completely different spectrum of the diving field, if you will. And sometimes we just have to put Band-Aids on to get us by until we can get new gear in. So what are we doing, Brian? Roughing it up a little bit?
Just roughing it up, and then we're going to clean it with some alcohol. And then it's a self-adhesive patch. It's actually a bicycle inner tube kit.
Cool.
Should be good. Just need a little bit of rubbing alcohol to clean the surface so the glue adheres to it.
Just goes to show you how nasty the water we dive in. So basically, he's cleaned it right here. Look how dirty everything else is.
Yeah, if you look at a brand new one compared to that one.
What amazes me is how this is faded and it's not seeing any sunlight, like a clear mast skirt does.
Hold that as tight and flat as we can.
You inflate it back up?
Yeah, I don't want the air to push out on it. It's just heating the glue up a little bit.
Yep.
For friction.
I'll probably let it set for about 10 minutes or so. Just to make sure it's going to hold.
Working them air bubbles out. You see them coming out.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to let that patch and let that adhesive just kind of cure on there just for a few minutes, but I do want to make a quick note. I know at the beginning of the video I said we don't have time to wait. Sometimes we still have to get out there and operate even with faulty equipment. I do want to put a disclaimer. Anytime you go diving, whether it's recreational, technical, or something of that sort, you need to make sure your gear is in proper working order. Safety always comes first. Now, with that being said, in our line of work of the salvage, the public safety field, and things like that, we still adhere to the same rules. Safety does come first. However, we do have other redundancies put into place in the event that we have an equipment malfunction. We can still operate and do our job efficiently, and that's what we're doing here. We've had a malfunction. We are going to temporarily put a Band-Aid on it so that we can still operate, and then when his new bladder comes in, we're going to simply swap it out. So please don't think we're telling you to go out here and operate on faulty equipment. By no means that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that sometimes there comes those situations where you do have to rely on redundant systems or redundant equipment to still get the job done. Now with our team, we can very easily say, hey, he's not going to be diving today, he's going to be a surface crew, and one of our other guys can jump in, but this temporary Band-Aid will be safe and will work for him until his bladder comes in another day or so, because sometimes we can't reschedule certain jobs that we have to go out and do. So in this case, temporary Band-Aid is going to work, he's going to be safe, and as soon as his new bladder gets in, we'll throw it on his BCD and he'll be good to go.
Big crease.
Yep. It can be a pain.
We'll blow it up with air before we zip it up and let it out a little bit to get any creases out of it.
You can, yeah. Let's go ahead and put our valves in it too. You want you pulled up on the right? On this side over here?
Yeah.
That one's for that. Should be good to go. Good to go. Everything's out of the way. Get your inflator put in. Nope. It's just like that. Yep.
Cross thread it.
Yeah,
You might
you
have to turn it.
Get those screws down out. I'd rotate it a little bit to the right. A little bit more right in there. Here, I'll hold this and you turn it.
Here.
Should come right over your shoulder. Alright, let's test it.
Make sure you get the wrinkles out of it.
Just don't go too much because we don't have it zipped yet. Good?
This side's good.
It's in there, isn't it? Yeah,
one of the valves is leaking.
Leaking right there.
Still leaking out of the valve.
Well, remember this thing has a 5 psi blow off too.
Well, yeah, maybe reaching the zip it up. And then try to test it. I just wanted to make sure all the
All right. Inflator up. Alright, isn't it? Take it on. I believe that's right. Just like that, a really quick bladder repair on his BCD. Now, like I said, this is just a Band-Aid. It's a temporary fix to get him back in the water so that we can complete our jobs and things like that. We do have him another bladder on order. Should be here in a day or two. And then, of course, we'll just throw it on there. This will become a spare. But, yes, in general, anytime you have a failure like this, you're going to abort and not dive again until you get it either fixed or get it replaced. In this case, we put a temporary Band-Aid to get us back in the water so that we can continue to work and continue to take care of some of the victims of the hurricane, that hit us earlier in the fall. With that being said, that's going to be it, guys. Sometimes means you've got to have redundant systems put into place so that you can continue your dives if it's a necessity. If it's just out here for recreational and technical, probably not. You're going to abort, wait till new gear come in. Unfortunately, we don't have that benefit. We have to get back in the water. But guys, that's going to do it for today. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, drop me a comment down below. And I'm actually going to link a video up here and down below where we show you the complete replacement of an internal bladder on the Mares XR backplate and wings. I did an older video, so I'll link that up here for you. That way you can go in, and if you need to do it, you can do it yourself. But guys, if you did like the video, give me a big thumbs up. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, drop it down below, and I'll try to answer those as quickly as I can. But that's going to do it for today. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.